welcome to another edition of Hockey Night in Manchester. Well, it's fair to say it's been a rather busy week as the 12th team has been confirmed for the Elite League to start next season. But right now, everyone's looking to, well, let's face it, the bottom 4 spaces of this season. It's getting to that point of the year where it's playoff run, and it's particularly important for Manchester Storm to bag every single point they need right now. Let's revisit some of the recent games they've had and find out how their form has been.
Coventry doesn't get it, and it's snuck in at the back door by the Manchester. Shoots and scores! Again, once again, it's in! The Edinburgh Capitals shoots and scores! Pulls it wide and shoots and scores! Inside, and shoots and scores! Shoots! Saved by Thomas Middleton!
Storm looking to attack with a bit of purpose, and they score! Valchuk, here's Cartier! Still there, cracking his whacking, he's there! Coming here, and now they have the goal. Comes in on the corner, and now the chance and a goal on the rebound. Second of the night. Here's Valchuk. He lights the give and go. The shot will come, and it's an equaliser. A couple of options here. The D2D pass. And a power play. Opportunity, Valchuk. Pops the water. The opportunity to walk in here. Oh, what a finish. Good night so far. Oh, wow. Sharp angle shot, rebound pops out, Cartier! Rebound pops out, there it is!
Pass it off to Bonnevier, back to Benson, well good! A fantastic! So Johnson fires it in, and tipped in front. And the shot from Dzinski. And fire this one in, tipped in front.
The puck to Rolgosh, throws it in and scores! Durazio shoots, scores! 2-0 Cap. Bissonnette scores!
To Hurtle, throw this one in, and then the Capitals on the tip into the zone, and it's tipped in by the Manchester Storm. Johnson, wrist shot in the Capitals, make it Blues, and then double shot jammed in. Rolgosh with the early pass, and and that goal to Johnson. Johnson fires, goes 5 cross to Heatley. Heatley shoots. Top corner, and then that one just wide of the goal, and then in at the back door, and then in from the Manchester Storm.
Well, it's fair to say it's been not the best of runs for Manchester Storm in previous weeks, but also for Edinburgh Capitals, who come here to storm shelter Altrincham tonight. They've also not had the best of runs. They're scrabbling to get every point they can to have a chance at the playoff run. Manchester Storm hoping to keep in those top 8 spaces. But how do the fans feel after a rocky few weeks in Storm's form?
Hopefully it'll be a good showing. They've had a good couple of weeks, so I reckon they'll be at the bottom of the league as well anyway.
I think it'll be close. I think we'll just edge it by 1 goal or 2. But I think it'll be close.
From the heart or from the head? I think Manchester will take it. Manchester will take the points tonight.
Starting lineups for the Storm, we have Valchuk, Heatley, Trabuco, Earhart and Johnson make up the blue line. Any luck with the starting lineups for Caps there, Claire?
Well, just looking, we've got number 91, 96, 17. And obviously, Travis Fullerton is in net.
An early shot there from the blue by Dallas Earhart. Just the 1 goal for Storm so far. Very important goal like that.
What is the fastest time anyone scored a goal? Is it 1 second? Do you think you could even do it?
Don't ask me questions like that.
Yeah, but Simon's facts has become a very important thing on this webcast.
Caps pick up the puck behind own net. Try to clear the zone. Trabuco doesn't manage to keep it in. Caps circling back into their own zone, keeping possession well. Bobiev takes it over the blue. still in possession. Hurtle there behind the net. Trevor Johnson picking it up in that dangerous corner, and Valkak on a break. Over to Mark Heatley. Hard shot straight into the middle of Fullerton.
It's quite unusual to see Mark Heatley just go for the shot as well. He's very good at setting passes up, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty much known for his assists. He does have a wicked shot though. Hopefully he'll use that the last 10 games into the playoffs. Certainly a bit shy on goals, the Manchester Storm at the moment. Brzezinski in the face-off as Edinburgh are thrown out. This is right behind the telly, I can't see who's on.
He's crouching down.
Brzezinski wins over to Swindlehurst. Phillips with a shot in, comes to nothing. Well won back there by Cody Cartier. Storm starting a bit slower than we're used to seeing him, but a good little pass through the middle. Darren Brzezinski, oh no, open net. Missed by Jack Prince. Good block though by the Edinburgh Capitals. Shot from the blue just wide from Paul Phillips. This is a bit better, a bit more energy now for the Manchester Storm. Phillips picks up the puck. With Milan on his tail there. Hurtle for the Caps. Capitals looking to set up. And they have Rama. And it's straight through Mike Clementi. One shot, one goal for the Edinburgh Capitals.
Fantastic breakaway for Lomas. That's his 10th goal this season. I mean, it pretty much seemed to move from one end to the other, and there wasn't really a lot of challenge from Manchester Storm's defence.
Yeah, it broke down. They just left that man well on his own, and he finished really well, to be honest. Mike Clementi not happy at all with it. Storm win the face-off. Trevor Johnson out to Trabuco. Lofts a puck in high. Heatley with a chance, just bobbled over the blade of his stick. Valkak now, always good in that position. Circling the zone. And Johnson rolls it behind the net. Trabuco now. Loses out. Good experience there by Vobrio. He might be aging a bit now, but that's all experience there. Well played by the Caps man. Storm back out. No icing. Not sure why, but won't complain. Hart over to Paul Swindlehurst. Caps again, unforced errors. Chance after chance there. Storm riding the luck here. Looking tired. Just hope that game on Wednesday didn't take too much out of them.
I've got to be honest, it's fairly painful to watch, you know, as someone supporting Storm. I imagine some Caps fans are kind of sat at home feeling fairly wishful right now.
Yeah, well, I mentioned that game on Wednesday, of course. The Caps have played 2 since then, so we really can't use that as any kind of excuse. Darren Brzezinski looking lively though. Who's coming in on his backhand there? Proper power forward. Lots of strength. He's in for the face-off. Which Caps win. Round the boards and out the zone. Picked up by Phillips. Over to Swindlehurst. Behind the net and back to Paul Phillips. Again, good pressure by the Capitals. And a nasty bounce off those boards in that corner. But Manchester Storm gain possession again. Paul Swindlehurst on the other side now. Gets it out of the zone. And Caps shoots it in there. I think that was more of a dump into the corner, but swallowed by Mike Clementi. But with 10 minutes 49 left on the clock, so far we've not seen that. Brzezinski trying to cut through the middle. Puck across the crease there, it's loose. Storm come out on top of the puck. Oh, and it's a great goal by Jack Prince. Lovely little finish there in that left-hand corner. I think we'll get to see that again.
Jack Prince has done an absolutely fantastic job. I mean, for a guy who came over from America, trained through the Nottingham junior system, and here we are. What a fantastic goal.
Yeah, a bit of space in the middle there. You see, Caps thought they got it. Storm ended up on top. Stretch pass there by Trevor Johnson. Comes to nothing, unfortunately. It must have been a tip, otherwise it would have been icing. Karche run into trouble. Dzerzhinsky, oh, a lovely move. A lovely move there by Darren Dzerzhinsky.
And there you have it. Darren Dzerzhinsky with the
I think it was Tribuco that scored. We'll just watch this one again. As we were looking at that Karche, little spinorama there by Darren Dzerzhinsky. And is it Jack Prince again? Couldn't see the number on the back of the shirt, I'm afraid. It's worth another look. The skill of Dzerzhinsky all around there. Puck, easy finish there on the far post. Face off in the Storm zone. Heatley loses out. Caps round the back of the Storm net. Hurdle shoots it in low. Clemente equal to that one. Caps still with possession.
It's 1 minute 34 on the clock.
Yeah, time running out for the Caps to get back in it in this period. It'll certainly change the makeup of the game if they do manage to get another goal. As Valcak comes out with a puck, great strength. Swindlehurst carrying the puck in as well. And out in front, Valcak fluffs his lines. Not sure how he missed that. But we carry on. Swindlehurst choosing to go behind the net to Paul Phillips. 1 minute remaining in the period, as cued by John Hammond here in the Storm shelter this evening. Phillips, no rush at the moment to get the puck out of the zone. That was nearly a bad pass. Lots of speed, Dzerzhinsky. Oh, it's just not come off for him. Looking like a lively character, Darren Dzerzhinsky. And there is Karche with a golden opportunity. Luckily, Fullerton clearing up his mess there. Just spilled that into a dangerous area for Karche.
Well, Dave Lambert has used the hashtag StormTVLive. Unforced turnovers and odd man rushes, both all too common this season. Prince a must keep for next season, though.
Storm with a puck, takes a deflection. No one not sure where that is, but Johnson bats it in from an offside position. We'll have a face-off. I'll check my Twitter at the end of this.
Oh, will you? We're going to see who has the most tweets now. Hello to Stephen Packer. He says, can he have a shout out? He's off to Calgary, Canada in a few weeks. As if you hadn't told us, Stephen. From Tuggin to Calgary.
No comment. Storm pick up the puck. Good pressure by the Caps. 15 seconds to go. Caps with a chance now. And it's there. Well played by the Caps. Lots and lots of pressure. 10 seconds to go at the end of the first. Clemente, no idea where that puck was. I think Storm guilty there of just resting on the laurels, thinking that that period was over. Yeah, everyone at 6s and 7s in the Storm defence. Well, we're about to start the second period here, and Storm win the face-off. Hart will collect it in his own zone. Goes behind the net, looking to pass out. No, chooses to go across to Trevor Johnson. Captain passes out to his assistant, Tribuco, and back to Johnson. Storm not rushing the way out of the zone here. Hope they don't get caught. Caps good with the pressure. Just dumps it in, and Caps now come out with a puck. Fired around the boards. Heatley picks it up on the blue line. Good little pass to Valcak. Off at the far post. Great save by Travis Fullerton. And again, Tribuco on the far post. A face-off in the Storm zone. Like Claire said, about 50-50 at the moment with these face-off draws. I think Dickin did win that, but Caps get possession on the blue line. Floats in a shot. That's just wide of Mike Clemente's goal. Eric Nielsen will be chasing this down in that corner. Just marshalling it over to the other side. Caps still in possession. Luckily Fullerton was aware that that was coming back across his crease. Storm pick up the puck. Harding dumps it into the corner as Caps try to clear. We're out of the zone. Dickin breaking up the play. And Eric Nielsen just pushing that puck over into the zone, but Pasha picking it up again in the neutral zone. Going left and right at the moment. Like watching a game of tennis.
Or ping pong.
Which is like mini tennis.
Thanks for pointing that out. Maybe we can do Olympics commentating next.
Caps just choose to shoot that puck in on Clemente, see if anything comes of it. It doesn't, and Storm clear the zone. Valkak putting on some pressure. Caps managed to just loft it out of their zone. Tribuco now. Again, it's all up against the boards, the play. Nothing happening through the middle. Heatley. Nice little bit of a laser shot in there by Dallas Earhart. Fullerton sees it out wide. Johnson just misses off there. Caps had a chance. Clemente waves his glove at it, just comes off the top of his glove and into the corner. Caps play that in offside and go for a change. An icing call there. We heard, I think it was Tribuco slapping his stick for the pass. Johnson didn't see it, and when he did see it, it's all too late. Ends up in an icing call.
Well, we mentioned Taylor Dickin earlier, and he's fantastic for Storm in the face-offs. And obviously a former Edinburgh Capitals player himself. And certainly when I've been up to Murrayfield a couple of times this season, he was the one that Caps fans wish they could have kept from last season.
Yeah, he's a hard worker.
Hard worker and a well-travelled man as well. You sometimes find with some of these guys, you know, are they here really to kind of get used to the culture and see a bit of Europe and the world more than Amsterdam? And he certainly strikes me as someone that really has adapted well in the UK culture, and his partner as well, really making themselves at home here.
He's a quiet guy off the ice. Nice guy though. Anyway, as the Storm pick it up in the centre, Jack Prince, scorer of both Manchester Storm's goals, just loses the puck there, but Storm managed to keep possession. The cutback pass just comes off an Edinburgh stick. Again, Manchester Storm get possession. Paul Swindlehurst has had time as a forward, so he'll be confident bringing the puck out of his own zone. Paul Phillips at the moment. His numbers are down offensively, but he's not been needed that much for Manchester Storm this season. He's obviously studying as well on his MBA.
Salford University, I am a graduate of that. I didn't do anything sensible like business, though, I'll have to say.
Or was it baking or something?
Bacon? I could have that down as sexist.
Wasn't meant that way.
Cleaning, is that what you're going to say next?
Oh dear. Anyway, back to the hockey. Caps picking up the puck in their own zone. Clear. Pasha calmly around his own net for Harding. Harding loses Milan, I think that was. Speculative shot. Harding on target. Clemente even to that. So we'll have a face-off in Storm zone. So what was this?
Well, do you know what? Funny enough, tonight I've become the first female commentator in UK for ice hockey. And that particular degree, I did it in music acoustics. It was a bachelor's in science. I was one of 22, no, there was 22 people. I was the only girl on the course, so in your face.
I did audio engineering, by the way.
Oh, it's similar, actually, yeah. Music, acoustics.
Yeah. Terrible at maths, so I was never any good at doing the acoustic. But that is a great goal for the Caps.
Number 51
Absolutely
takes
fantastic.
that.
Through a lot of traffic in front, kept it low and hard. Caps take the lead.
Durazio taking that.
Yeah. Storm looking very, very lazy in the defence there. Lots of traffic in front of Clemente. But certainly wanted to keep the Caps out here.
Fortunately, Caps are 8th in the league with their power play, so.
Oh, it's a good shot by Schultz, just wide. Storm will be looking to keep that box, keep Caps on the outside and clear any opportunity, which they do. There's a good chance here. Cody Cartier opts not to go straight to net, but instead to waste some time off the clock. Schultz with a break forward, loses his foot in, tries to pass to McDougall, and Cartier intercepts and clears. Line change for the Storm on the penalty kill. 1:20 left in the penalty. Caps slowly looking to get into Storm zone. Shot round the back of the net. Shot in, lots of traffic in front. Schultz doing well. Bad clearance by the Storm, puts it on the blue line. Shot in goes wide by the Caps. Storm's penalty kill. Not looking great at the moment. Caps lots of time, lots of space. Few opportunities. Trevor Johnson missing out on the puck there. Back to the blue line for the Caps. Johnson, ooh, that's just wide. I think it's under Clemente. Yeah, it was under Clemente's pad. Dallas Earhart not liking the Caps player there, sniffing around. He was looking for the loose puck, no one quite sure where it was. Sits him down.
Looks like Schultz on the floor. He was the one that did the whoops-a-daisy. Him and Dallas Earhart exchanging a few nice memories.
Doing the job he's there for. He's there to mop up the mess in front of net before the Caps get to it.
Dallas Earhart has done a fantastic job in stepping up, really, when Eric Nielsen has been banned or he's been injured. Dallas Earhart has really shown his teeth, and he's got 60 penalty minutes to his name this season. Understandable.
Yeah, fan favourite as well, Dallas Earhart. Normally you see the guys with the big points becoming fan favourites, but Dallas Earhart.
Well, our sponsor is Bowtie.
Yeah, always aware of a bow tie, Dallas. Caps with the puck in the Storm zone, still on the power play. 17 seconds left. Storm keeping them out wide. LeBron just puts it in deep. Style right across the crease. Good little move there by the Caps. Unfortunately, didn't come off for him. Trying to play it in close and cause all kinds of trouble in front. Nothing doing. And Dajinski's out of the box. There's a penalty call. It's hooking, and I think it's on Storm. No, I'm wrong, thank God. It's on the Caps. So from being on the power play to being on the penalty kill.
I think it was Jay King for the Caps who's gone into the box. 5:49 left in the second period. Use hashtag StormTVLive and tell us right now what you think this game is going to end. What do you think the score's going to finish at? Be as wild as you want. We'll read them out at the end of this period.
As Caps win the face-off and clear the puck out of the zone. Storm on the power play.
It's actually Haromas, not King. I missed the number 1. 17, not 7.
It happens from our position. Dajinski straight across the back. So it looks like 1:41 left on the penalty. 5:29 in the period, and there's a neutral zone face-off. Caps pick it up, they'll be happy with that. And clear the puck. Dajinski to Prince. Back to Cartier. Johnson. Storm not getting in the zone, taking the time. Cartier's attempt now to set it up. Again, not doing. Johnson in the neutral zone. Looking for something. Gets into the zone. Dajinski on the blue line. Harassed and Harold. Caps with Schultz. It's a 2-on-1. Great opportunity for the Caps, and it's a goal. Short-handed goal for the Caps.
What a fantastic pairing between Schultz and also Jacob Johnson. The two that we said to watch
again
out.
Here now. Schultz, nice little pass. And he waits, and just puts it past Clemente. Short-handed goal.
There's a reason that those two are dangerous.
Yeah, lots of noise now coming from the travelling Caps fans. Must be about 20 or so of them. 4-2. The Storm fans stunned. But to be honest, that power play was offering nothing. It's had a minute gone.
Crowd are pretty quiet here tonight as well.
I'm not surprised. The display, they've had nothing to cheer about for a period and a half. Just thrown in by Trevor Johnson there. More of a hit and hope, nothing doing. They just look fresh out of ideas, Storm.
Storms
Which is
like
a
this.
shame because it was a good start. They had that lead. Just haven't looked like getting anything back. Cartier up against the boards to Johnson.
Well, it was Caps that got the first goal, wasn't it? And I think they've really held the upper hand the whole time. At this time, you sometimes think, do we need a fight? Is this where tactically a fight would help spur the guys on? But who's going to do it? And who would it be with?
Yeah, certainly a good scrap can inject a bit of life into an otherwise dull game. And this is a very important game. Can't underestimate how important this game is for Manchester Storm. And of course the Caps, they've got an outside chance of making the playoffs. Like you say, a bit of the rough stuff can just put that little jump in the step that they're missing at the moment. Because that was fortunate to go wide. The game has gone up a notch in tempo as it hits the linesman and goes back offside.
Just watching Matt Bissonette on the side. He looks like he's, desperate to get on. I remember when we came up to play in Murrayfield and Bissonette was injured then, seeing him in the corridor waiting for the guys to finish getting dressed in the locker room, and he just said he was just itching to get on there and help the guys. It was just frustrating. I feel for him right now.
Valcat, good pass, good shot by Eric as well. I think it hit traffic in front to take it wide. Say the last 30 seconds or so, Storm slowly getting themselves back into this game, but not enough yet. They've still got to take it up another couple of notches to match the Capitals. There's a call. Deep in the corner, chipping away. Dzerzhinsky picks it up, body in front, just wide. Fullerton sprawling around on his chest there. Puck just wide. Caps do clear the zone. Cartier, great pick up there. Good play by the Caps just to spoil that play. Bit of physical stuff going on out there. It's always good to see. Milan with a chance. And a great hit there by Gerhardt on Milan. But the referee didn't like it and he's called elbows. Which, if we can be honest, the height difference. Let's have a look again. I would not have gone there. I'm not sure what Dallas Airhout was supposed to do. He got Milan's round his ankles. So Stone with a face-off in the Cap zone. Just looking for something to go their way in this period. They start that by winning the face-off, which they do. Valkak, he'll be looking for the pass. There it is, far post. It bobbles up. I think it came off Trabuco's skate. Trabuco looking lively. Valkak not seen Heatley on the far post. Johnson does, shoots it in, and that was always rising, unfortunately, up high off the glass.
If we compare this feeling and this kind of team right now to what it was like with 3 minutes 24 on the clock last Sunday when Sheffield Steelers were here, it's like a whole different universe.
Yeah, I'd liken it to some flat roller cola. That cheap, nasty Coke that goes flat. That's what the Storm performance reminds me of. Just
not Panda Pop.
horrible. No matter how much you shake it, there's going to be no fizz getting back in this game.
It's
Middle
more
air
Carver.
black as well.
More Carver
Dzerzhinsky
than Prosecco.
loses the puck in the middle. Cartier to Phillips. Phillips, cool as you like, taking on two. Phillips a bit of a shining light in an otherwise dark and dismal game. Still an opportunity here. just takes a deflection in front. Cartier to Phillips, lets it fall through his legs. Groans around in the crowd today. 2.5 minutes left and Storm have pulled the keeper. Brzezinski with a shot in. Not dealt with well enough by Fullerton, but it's there. Good chance. Chipping away Storm. And repeat, Storm have pulled the goalkeeper, so it'll be 6 on 5. Storm with the extra skater. They've got to make it work though. They need a man in front. Dickin is that man in front, and so Jack Prince is in there too. Pass out. They're looking for any kind of tip. Dallas Earhart be hoping to get this puck. And it's icing. So 1 minute 54 seconds left. Clemente stays off. There will be a face-off in the Cap zone. Caps leading 4-2. This needs to go Manchester Storm's way.
It's always difficult, isn't it, in these situations where teams need to work together as teams and not let that sense of panic and then kind of do these individual breakouts where they're trying to do it on their own. There is a little bit of sense of that. Let's hope they can keep their head cool.
It's the mix of urgency rather than panic. To start this by Storm needing to win this face-off, otherwise you'll fear that it will all be over. We do get possession. Cap straight down the middle, it's going to go wide. No icing. I think that caught a few of them out. Tabuco skating up the ice. There are a lot of bodies out there, obviously with the extra skater. Caps with a chance, choose to play it around the boards, not panicking. Caps there, it's got to be a chance. Borbiev wide open and just pushes it into the net. That'll be the victory for Edinburgh Capitals. 5-4. We'll watch that one break down again. Borbiev just staying high. You've got to wonder what Manchester Storm are doing. They've got the extra skater, yet they're playing. The Caps are the only one with a man eye, so there'd have been 6 on 4 in the Cap zone.
It's the final nail in the coffin. It certainly feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, like I said, a very flat and lacklustre game for the Storm. I think that we saw him for about 10 minutes. Fans leaving, shouting the disgust, I have to say, at the team out there.
I think it's more frustrating because we know that they can play better, and we were expecting a good game tonight.
Yeah, I was expecting a very, very good game. Caps being up for it, but it's been terrible from a Storm point of view. But I'm sure the Caps fans will be delighted. Another 2 points for them. I think that puts them on 31 points. Dickens still trying there, but just nothing happening for the Storm. Barley behind the net for Eric. 48 seconds left. Storm are going to chip away. Oh, good opportunity there. Swindlehurst with Nielsen in front. Obviously Clemente back in his net. His arm up for an icing call. 30 seconds left of the game. Swindlehurst just bats the puck around, very frustrated. You can see he's not a happy chap at all, but he's been one of the good players.
I mean, I think we've got to give credit that Edinburgh Capitals have come out and they've done the job. I mean, it's a tough week, isn't it, for any team? Particularly, you know, people may say you're 10th in the league, at the bottom of the league, and you've got 4 road trips in a week. That is tough, and against 2 of the toughest teams in the league.
Yeah, you'd have hoped the Storm would have capitalised on that. They haven't capitalised on anything, really. No, they have the 2 goals, 2 good goals by Jack Prince. It's just opportunities there then, you know. Nothing comes off. Caps break down the ice. Luckily, Clemente's still playing. I mean, he'd have hoped he'd have done better on the Caps' first goal, but since then, he's played really well.
Well, if you're sat at home thinking about your review of the game, if you had to summarise it in 3 words, what would it be? Send that to us, #StormTVLive.
Yeah, try and keep it broadcastable. I can't think of 3 words that are at the moment.
Well, Scott agrees with your analogy of the game, absolutely spot on. Hashtag flat coke.
Flat roller cola. And that's the game. Well done, Edinburgh Capitals. They turned up. Unfortunately, the Manchester Storm didn't.
Well, myself and Simon have been let out of our commentary box. I imagine that some of the Manchester Storm players might be going in a box ahead of the game tomorrow. Not the result that Manchester Storm wanted tonight. Edinburgh Capitals fans will be pleased they've got one win out of, well, so far they've got 4 road trips this week. So rather than myself and Simon trying to summarise in words, it's all about Omar Pasha, the player coach. Let's find out how he thinks the game went in his own words.
I think in that first period we came out strong. They put a guy behind us and we had a change and we had a breakdown defensively. They scored a goal. Well, we reacted well. We scored 2 quick goals right after. By plays that we talked about throughout the week. And that second goal, I think that's the momentum changer in the whole game. And we were a bit soft and puck's behind our net. We're not physical. We're not moving the puck, and then it's the back of our net. So, and then I think in that second period, we lost draw. I went to that guy, shot, and then obviously a turnover on our power play. And we're chasing the game after. We're trying plays that, that's not the characteristic of our team. And you just saw, we couldn't get anything going.
One of the frustrations was that there didn't seem to be somebody in front of the net to get those opportunities. I know it's something that you've preached a lot about. Why?
Maybe a team, we warned them as a coaching staff throughout the week, it's not going to be easy. It's not one team is going to come in here and give us points. We had success against Edinburgh at home. We were 2-0. But whether we thought it was easy, whether we weren't ready to pay the price in front of the net, because you can see we're probably not the most skilled team in the league. So we need to go in front of that net. We need to pay the price. We need to get some scrappy goals, And look who got the scrappy goals again, Jack Prince. This is in the net front area. He's always in front of that net. But again, these guys refuse to do that. They were perimeter tonight, and overall it's bad performance from everybody. Name anybody on the list, maybe bar Jack. We all had bad games, and it's the worst time to have one of those games, one of those bad games where it's not 1 or 2 guys. This was the game where I felt like everybody played bad, and you can't have that at the end of the year. And yeah.
Matt Bissonnette injured after an exhibition game in the week. I'm guessing that's probably not helped and added to your woes.
I'd rather not answer that question.
Coventry tomorrow, every game is important. Now we are in that dogfight. Do you draw the line and you move on to tomorrow?
Oh yeah, you have to. At the end of the day, it's one game. We throughout the year we build ourselves to be in a good position right now. But this is not the time to get away from what we're good at. Our last home performance, we lost against Sheffield in overtime. We lost against Coventry a month ago in overtime, but most of our performances at home were really good. But we have to get back to that. We have to get back to Storm hockey at home, whether we play Sheffield or whether we play Edinburgh, because we play the way we can and the way we're designed to play. We'll win hockey games at home. Now we didn't do that. We were perimeter tonight. We try to outskill the team that probably has more skill than us, and you saw the result. And it's frustrating as a coach and as everybody in the club, because we just saw all the progression throughout the year, and we put ourselves in a really good position tonight, and unfortunately it didn't work. But the beauty of this sport is we had a really bad game tonight, but 24 hours later, let's see what type of character we have as a team. I'm excited to see tomorrow. I'm already focused on tomorrow. It's frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's 2 games a weekend. You can't focus on the negative. Now that's done. Now focus on tomorrow. You win a hockey game, you're 3 points ahead of Coventry.
So are you thinking that this is a blip and it's not something that causes more concern for you?
Well, Claire, if there was 1-2 guys that didn't have a good game that did the same mistakes, I would be concerned about those 2 guys. But it was a whole team. The whole team played bad tonight. It was not. I can't pick one individual that played bad because there was everybody that played bad. I mean, that's the reality. I'm not gonna hide from it. Nobody's gonna hide from it. I think the fans are smart enough to realize we didn't have it tonight, and there's no excuses. There's no excuses at this time of the year. You know, we have to come ready to come out of home and play that Storm hockey brand. And if we do that, the guys know that we're gonna win. But it's just maybe guys thought it would be easy tonight, and it's not. And no team is easy. You know, last year, yeah, they lost their number 1 goalie. They had to play a backup throughout for the last 2 months. They had 2 imports on the team. It was different. Yeah, we can go in, beat them, whatever score we beat them. But this year, they still have all their imports. They have one of the better goalies in the league. So we have to play our brand of hockey to give ourselves a chance to win a hockey game. And we didn't do that tonight. And that's the frustrating part.
Well, Simon, you can hear the frustration in Pasha's voice there. You can see it on his face. And the fact that he didn't point out just 1 or 2 players, that it was the whole team. It was no surprise to us, is it?
No, not really. It was pretty dire, to be fair. And as you can hear in Pasha's, he has to be political, doesn't he? He has to put on as much of a professional face as he can. And we're here and we know that was just a terrible performance by the Storm. And there was no redeeming features really in that game. And there's not much more we can say. It was just a really poor, disappointing game.
I think I appreciate someone like Pasha's honesty in this situation. I think also what was interesting, we asked him about how much damage that exhibition game might have done Manchester Storm in this point of the season with a playoff run, and whether that has caused Matt Bissonnette to be injured. Matt Bissonnette is a crucial part to Manchester Storm's game. We remember, don't we, how much we missed him last time he was injured.
Yeah, that's right. He got injured towards the start of the season, and just couldn't put why we lost our stride, and we were losing Matt Bissonnette. He's a great player, great forward, playing a defensive role at times. He's always the first forward back on his line. Sometimes we end up with 3 defenders with him. So he's an integral part. I think he's joint top point scorer for the Manchester Storm as well, alongside Darian Jasinski. So he's a big loss. You know, obviously we lost him to that injury midweek in an exhibition match. You've got to think going into a playoff run, you really don't need to be losing any players, let alone someone that's as integral to the Manchester Storm as Matt Bissonnette.
Well, there's not very much more we can say about that. We do wish Matt Bissonnette to get well for Manchester Storm. And we should say, Edinburgh Capitals, they played well.
Yeah, you know,
with the situation.
We're here talking about Manchester Storm, obviously. I'm a Storm fan. But the Edinburgh Capitals did really well. They put on a lot of pressure in Storm in their own zone, forced those errors, even though they did seem lazy errors from a Storm point of view. It was all down to the Caps doing a really good road game, and they deserved the victory, to be fair to them.
All right, well, no doubt we'll catch up more with you, Simon. You can catch the forecast, the podcast of Manchester Storm, where Simon and myself are a couple of the people who contribute to that. Well, we'll turn and look towards the future. Coventry Blaze and Manchester Storm will meet in between, well, this hockey night in Manchester and our next one. Next week, Manchester Storm have a Friday game. Well, I'm very pleased with this because I have Saturday off work. So I will be able to relax and hopefully enjoy the game. It's Cardiff Devils who come to meet Manchester Storm. And on Saturday, Storm head over the seas to Belfast. So plenty of that to come. Now also, we've got Paul Swindlehurst goal celebrations. We're going to be choosing 3 of those, putting them on our social media. You can find all the details on the screen right now of where to see those. We want your votes, and then the winner will get to film that goal celebration with Paul Swindlehurst before the end of the season. Well, that's all we've got time for here on Hockey Night in Manchester. Of course, stay tuned for all the other hockey programmes that follow us. Stars on the Fly, no doubt, Dundee Stars programme shortly after us now. In the meantime, as we always say here on Hockey Night in Manchester, always take the weather with you.